What's up, boys? And girls. It's finished. It's finally finished, and I don't know. I'm just super proud of it, and I don't know. I just want to say thank you to everyone who, supported this, be my content and stuff, cause it's finally finished. It was a hell of a machine. It's very complicated, and it's finally done. It prints perfectly. So as I just printed the Japanese flag in the background, you can see I clicked some levers and I just decided what I wanted to print. And basically, I'll show you how it works in a second, but this is the mechanism right over here. And as you can see, it's not that complicated. Like, I know, to the naked eye, it might seem complicated, but this is basically the timer, this is the memory, and this is the mechanical part. And that's about it. It's just, I don't know, it takes a lot of time to come up with this super optimized version of the build. And yes, the machine is one-time use. Because, I don't know, otherwise I couldn't have done it. And this is the concept. Right now, with this concept, you can perfectly build this machine, but with 10 different colors or something like that. Because this right over here is the most optimized version of the printer, otherwise it won't work. So, the $1 million question now, how does it work? Wait, before showing you how does it work, I'm going to show you how to use it. So, I'm just going to print, I don't know, happy, I don't know, I'll put a green dot in the middle instead of, you know what, I'll make like a line in the middle. So basically, the default color is white. If I turn it on, which by the way, you have to turn it on with this lever. If I turn it on, I just hit print, it will just print white, okay? So, how do I print colors? You can select a bit, a square. I select that one, for example, and you can put a color over it. And basically, you can do that for everything. Yeah. So, for example, I put red on the top and green in the middle and rest white. So I'm just gonna print it out, and it just starts shooting blocks and fans out of there. Don't question the fans. Oh my fucking god! Why did it break? Oh, it just fixed itself. I'm not gonna complain, I guess. I think I've never printed green before. Might get stuck. Oh, did I put blue instead of green? Yeah, it says blue there, but I don't... It says blue, but I think I selected green. I don't know. I might have to look back. But yeah. I don't know. I might have an error with the... I'll check the video later. If not, don't judge me. It was an error in one of those lasers. You see that scattered mess? It's one misplaced. But that's okay. I think I did all right. I think I did all right in this build. So how does it work now? How does it even print this? How does it do it? How does it recognize the values I gave it? So I'll just go bit by bit explaining every single component in this machine, and trust me, I'll try to be as brief as possible. Let me just let it load. Meanwhile, this over here looks cool. We should get used to like color coding our machines. Like, it looks awesome. For those who don't know, this over here is the memory. So let's start with the easy bit. These inputs right over here, I don't like having scattered messes all over the inputs and outputs, so I just kind of transport them here. This are all the inputs, and they have these laser logs right here, which travel the signal up here to this, so you can know what box you're selecting. If I hit this, I know what box I'm selecting, and that's because of that, So, what it does after that, it goes over here to the memory. So basically, for memory to work, you need one piston at least to be activated, because otherwise it will anchor if you save it. So I have this on button right here, which just turns one piston on. And by default, as you can see, the default selection is white for everything. If I want to change the value of this piston right over here, like for this bit to be red, it has to be like this. Okay, it has to be selected in red, because then this laser right over here will activate, and this laser activating will activate that over there, which will throw the exact block. So how does it select? Well, it uses this thing right over here. So every time, for example, this is the first bit, which is this one. So if I select it, that turns on, okay? And when this turns on, it basically gets close to these ones. And now it can change the value, which will transport the signal up here, which will change the amount of pistons that are on. So, for example, if I select green, it'll make it go 2 forward, okay? And now it's selecting green. Yeah, so I just deselect this piston and deselect the color, and that will be saved as green, and the rest will be white, as you may know. This over here, ignore it, I didn't even use it. Those drawers, I didn't even use them either. But this mechanism right over here is the counter, like, you start here, and then you go to the next bit, and then once the next bit is done, you go here, and then once you're done, you go here, and so on and so on. How does it know when to go to the next bit? Because timings in this game are really complicated. So what I do is I have these pressure plates right over here. Oops. So I have those pressure plates right over there that detect when a block is passing through the machine to go underneath. And it worked really good, and it didn't stay there, so I just kind of left it. On to the next component, which is this thing right over here. Basically, you have the thingies right here. Like, for example, I can release this block by just deactivating this, and it'll basically send out a fan, which I don't know why it didn't send it out. And yeah, I forgot to say the rest of the machine runs if you activate that, and it's just gonna print full white now. Oh yeah, it shouldn't, right? Because I did it the wrong way, you know. But this isn't supposed how it goes. But basically, once you let go of this, it travels right over here, and when this pressure plate is activated, it activates this laser right over here. And when the time machine is over here, this laser activates this, which basically lets go of the fan and the balancer, which just kind of pushes out into space, you know, that way. I should probably put no friction blocks instead. But yeah, ignore the rest of the machine activating for no reason. Yeah, so I could have just went with conveyors leading this way, but that was super laggy for some reason, and it always broke. Sorry. And as you can see in my previous printer progress video, it didn't actually go too well. This over here is a counter, right? Why do I have this? Why didn't I just select the blocks? Because, for example, I could have just said, okay, well, the second block you activate should be this one. Okay, so I just have it linked up to the memory. But if I do that, it would just kind of get stopped by this one. So the machine has to know first this one, then this one, then this one. How does it do that? It uses this machine. This machine basically tells us, oops, that piston is broken. Let's just go to this one. Basically this machine, what it does, it basically marks the position right now. So this is the first position, but if I activate it, it will go like this. And if I use the next one again, it'll go like this. Now this might seem kind of complicated, but I don't know, it's really hard to explain if you don't wire yourself. There's not much more to explain, so I'll just, I don't know, go ahead and, I don't know, load it again for the outro. So I'm gonna rate the machine like I did last time. What values did I rate? I rated the complexity. This one, it isn't really complex, but the way I've optimized it is really hard to come up with. 7.5, kind of going into the 8 zone. Yeah, 8 out of 10. 7.5, 8 out of 10. I don't know, just kind of between that. What else did I rate it? I rated how cool it was. I think this is a pretty cool machine, and with this concept, you can make pretty much a bigger one. So yeah, I'll give it a 8 out of 10. I think this is pretty cool. And I think this has a lot of uses and cool builds. And ignore the holes. The holes here. Just kind of patching them right now. Okay. And what else did I rate? Oh, how long did it take or something like that? How tedious it was? It was quite tedious. Like, I took some time building this. Yeah, I took quite some time, and just kind of thought a lot, and I managed to make it as simple as this. But making it as simple as this, it's easy to understand, but it's not really easy to come up with and construct and innovate the pieces yourself. So yeah. If I come up with anything else today, I'll probably comment it. I don't really want to edit this. I'm probably just gonna paste the video raw and on the screen. And sorry for the awkward cut, but I just went ahead and showed my previous attempts at the printer, and I just looked back at it, and it didn't really look interesting, and I don't feel like editing and making you guys go through that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say goodbye now. Let me know if you guys prefer me just showing you how it was done instead of me showing the process. So just let me know. And I don't know, if you could share this, I would quite appreciate this. I do this for myself, but letting people know about tech stuff, I don't know, it opens a brand new world to a lot of talented people who don't really know they're talented yet. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon.